Today's devotion is found in Isaiah 40, verses 29 through 31. It's kind of funny because the last half of this you're going to recognize, okay? Right now you're going to, Isaiah, where's that? All right? And I'm using the New International Version today just to, because I can. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, no. I get so cheeky some days. Nah. I was watching a video. Um, it was actually taped. It's posted up on one of the Facebook sites right now. A friend of mine, he used to be a close friend of mine. On Isaiah, I was talking to her on the phone, and I don't get many kudos. I don't get many. What do you call? Uh, compliments. So, and I was watching the video, and the minister's name is Reverend Essie, and the video was called God's Phone Number. And it kind of touches my heart. They don't talk to me sometimes now. Every once in a while, when a pastor has given me kudos and said, you've impacted my life, you've really encouraged me, you caused me to reflect, and you gave me an answer that I've been looking for years, and it validates who I am and what I feel I need to do. I don't go out for the compliments. Don't feel that way. I'll say, oh hey, was that good? Hey, did I like you? Write me. I don't do a lot. You can go through all my videos. If you go subscribe to my YouTube channel and go through, there's a ton of teaching videos and ministry videos. I still am looking for opportunities where I can record live. There's been a lot of live appearances by myself, but for various reasons, they seem to have reason not to videotape it or audio tape it. There's a couple audio tapes. I'm going to try and get down here in this year anyway. There are a couple audio tapes that are old, but I like to present them to you. I'm just going to sit down here, excuse me. And then that would help, you know, uh, encourage you, I'm hoping. Anyway, back to the topic. He gives strength to the weary. He increases power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. King James says, they that wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up. New International Version says, they will soar on wings like an eagle, and they will run and not grow weary, and they're going to walk and not faint. We live in such a sinful world, and a lot of broken people out there. Sin, wickedness, disease, famine, war, poverty, persecution, frustration of every kind seems to be common today. I get reports from all the world, from friends and fellow ministers that are suffering right now under the hand of Islam. While our Christian nations have gone secular and now open the doors wide to these people so that we could be eradicated and killed. That's the purpose for them being here. This world does not like us, my friends, if we follow Yeshua. It will not love us at all. In fact, it is signature to our death, and you need to know that and wake it up. We could call them friends, but they'll never be our brothers. They're under the curse of Ishmael. The world can't seem to grind you down. If it isn't religious persecution, it's something else. I was watching another video today where a person was talking about how old stars have reappeared in brand new movies. And they get some young actor or actress to sit in the spot, and they superimpose through CGI the face of the dead actor, showing that they are resurrected as part of the deception. Add to it the fact that we now have holograms. You're going to be able to say, hey, I saw them, it was live, they appeared before me, they aren't dead. And people running around, false prophets have been saying Elvis is not dead. This person's not dead. John Kennedy's not dead. We have seen him. We have seen him. We have to be careful, my friends, because the world is full of deceit and wants to bring us down, to prove our word wrong and their word is true. Add to it now that factor of ghosting pictures over top of other actors to make it look like they're still alive so that the role can be carried out. And you have, add to it, virtual reality, where no longer there'll be a connection with real world and the fantasy world. You know that's playing with your mind, and it's going to alter people's perceptives. If there was one piece of technology I would avoid, it would be virtual reality, because you will now lose full concept of what is real and what is fake. It can be so bad sometimes that Isaiah tells us that even young people stumble and fall. Indeed, we see a lot of young people today drifting away from the values we had of the Judeo-Christian heritage that's so long been a part and the core of this world and society. They won't allow it in schools, but they'll allow other things to be taught. They don't want the Christian doctrine to be presented, but every other group, organization that has an agenda to destroy mankind is out there giving their worth. The prospects of making it all the way through life seem very dim, my friends. Indeed, it is hopeless at the best. But to the believer, however, we have resources not available. Where others cannot present to you the one factor of the gift of God is hope. When everything else fails, we used to sing a song when I was a Christian in Sunday school. When everything has failed, when you've done everything and everything has failed, try Jesus. I used to quizzically put my tongue in my cheek and say, why don't we just forget everything and go straight to Jesus, number one? It used to be the bumper sticker, says God is my co-pilot. I would scream out every time I would see it, you've got it wrong, get out of the car. God is your pilot. Unless He's in control and monitoring your life, you have no hope and help. He's not there to be a guide. He's there to lead, and we are there to follow. Give up your power. Give up your authority. Allow Yahweh to rule in your life and the hope and dreams. People say, how can you stay so positive when everything is crashing down around you? Your finances are going to pots. You've gone through several failed marriages. You're broken. People swear against you. People curse against you. You've been attacked. You've been beaten. How can you go on? Because I put my hand in my Messiah and there's still a hope. A hope in Yahweh can give us and pick us up from every time we fall. And every time we're beaten down, to stand up again and put your smile. Every time I see a child sitting in church or some other place and they get the sad look on their face, I'd always call their name. I'm going to pick a friend of mine, her name's Debbie Sinclair, just so she gets a mention in one of my videos. Debbie with a frown, you got your smile on upside down. Why don't you now turn it right? Why don't you now get things right? Let's get that smile on upside right. Sorry picking on you, Debbie. But I'm sure you're getting a laugh out of this. God bless you, my sister. God bless you, Jim, right? And several people who are praying for me. I love you and I feel you my prayers. You've been such a blessing to me in more ways than you ever know. Let us now get up from the fall and look at work walking forward in our life. Let us run and not when necessary. And it's always necessary to run, not to and fro after every wind of doctrine like a lot of people are today. Anything that's teaching or scratching your ears or feels good. Hey, it feels good, gotta be good, right? No, my friends, it doesn't. In the pay shack we have this little thing that sits in the center. It's a chutney. It's made from nuts and sweet fruit and sugar and honey, and it's all mixed together. And it tastes so good. And if this isn't a Seder that teaches, I remember sitting in some child would either be prompted to say it on cue, or a natural quizzing would come out from somebody. What is this? The lamb, we understand, is a Messiah. The bread, the unleavened bread, we understand, is a Messiah. And the wine, we understand, is the blood of his covenant. It's the Messiah. And you tell us that everything else on the plate, the bitter herbs, and this sweet dessert, everything else on the plate that is there, is nothing more than sin. Why? How is it that this thing in the center of this is so sweet? Sin. And the lead rabbi will sit there and he'll smile. And he'll say, just because something looks good, something tastes good, something smells good, doesn't mean that it is good. There are many things being told as being good out there. There's nothing but evil. For it is prophesied that today that they would say, let us call good evil and evil good. And the confusion lines are breaking down, and the moral depravity of mankind is on the rise. Watchful, my children, and pray that you do not go into the valley of deception, but rise up as the wings of an eagle and soar with the Spirit of God. The promise and hope Isaiah proclaims to us does not imply the brokenness of life will somehow cease to exist. Doesn't mean it's going to break overnight. Instead, the proclamation of the power of Yahweh is to give us the strength and power that we need in the midst of all the brokenness to rise up. It is a proclamation of Yahweh's ability to give us the withal with which we can get through life, despite of what we may come along in the strength or in victory. To my friends out there who are struggling, who are being beaten down, who are having rough times in their life, where there's absolutely hopelessness, hang on to your life. Hang on to the hope and the promise that Yahweh will never leave you nor forsake you, that Yeshua will stand beside you and put his hand upon your shoulder and guide you through all facets of life, that you will rise again. I tell people, if you don't believe in the account of our Messiah being here on this planet, and you think it's a fiction and a good story or a fable, there is one thing that story will tell you, no matter what, that is a valid truth of life. They crucified Jesus at the end. They buried him in the grave. And according to the story, I'm just going by words of you people who do not believe, he gets up, he rises from the grave. If there's one teaching that is very strong, because no man, whether you believe him or do not believe in him, whether you accept him as your Messiah or you do not, all the world will account that Jesus was a good man. So the moral of the story then is, you just cannot keep a good man down. Indeed, we get beaten, we get dragged, we get slandered, we get falsely accused. But where there's a hope, my hope is in you. Hope in our Yahweh is the most precious gift that we have to give to God. In troubles of life and ground you down to dust, then put your hope in him. Like the sons of Korah, you will be able to proclaim with them, for I will yet praise him, my Mashiach, my Elohim, in Psalms 42, verse 5. Until next time, I hope that you are encouraged. Be blessed, you, my friends. May the Lord keep you and guide you in all principles and truth. And don't let go. Shalom Aleichem. Blessings to you.